Alright, welcome back to the second installment of the post-game commentaries on some AFO games I had. If you're wondering what this is, go back and watch the first video to get more context of the structure of the video and how this plays out. But besides that, it's more or less the same. Highest rank lobby, playing with two of the homies. We're not on comms though, but we're just queued up together. And we're on the UA map again. So let's get into it. Alright, I like this area by destruction and parking lot because you have a lot of rotates you can do. If you need loot, you can head inwards. If you need team heals, you can head to destruction. It's a little bit out of the way, from middle. So, not a bad spot to land it off. I hear somebody below me already. Push him off the box just to, delay him a little bit. Now, normally you don't want to fight early as AFO. So, this is kind of a bad fight to take. Though I do get him off this box before he gets his. And now that I'm at the advantage, because I've hit my level spike first, I've hit my level 4 beta, and I'm against an overhaul who's not a threat until he has his level 4 gamma, I kind of do want to take the fight, and I do have the guard break first, even though he has his heal. So, yeah, that's what it's all about, reading the situation, Normally, you don't want to take fights early, but here I have, like, triple the advantage against his overhaul, so that's why I press forward so hard against him. Nothing crazy so far. Overhaul's not really threatening if he doesn't have his level 4 gamma. Now, what I just did there is, it's more or less a bait, right? Like, it's an easy gamma to dodge. Like, right? That's such an easy gamma to dodge. But I ended up pushing instead of fully doing the gamma. And it pushes him against the wall here. And when you push them against the wall, you can actually get something off of that. If I had my beta, I would have baited here, and it probably would have connected into a normal beta combo, but I didn't have my beta. So I just went for an alpha, and you can get an alpha off of push 9 times out of 10 if you do line the shot up. So that's what I did here. Push against the wall into an alpha shot. Dodge that easily. That was a good read. Use his heal. Now here, I wasn't paying attention. If I was actually looking around at my surroundings, I would have been able to combo my Shiggy, but that's a mistake there. Wasn't paying enough attention. Caught him there. He couldn't dodge me and my Shiggy at the same time. Get the free down. Get his quirk. I do want to mention that this was a game, a late night game, so I wasn't fully locked in. So if you see some scuffed moments, I'll blame it on that. But got the kill, got the overhaul quirk. Low level overhaul quirk isn't gonna do me much good, honestly. So I don't think I even use it. Just have it in the back pocket. Right now I'm just gonna try to give my teammates their cards. Another overhaul right after the first one. Kind of crazy timing. Dodges. Expected that. Hit the beta somehow, honestly don't know. Once again, wasn't paying attention. If I was, I would have stopped and my Dabi could have got his grab off. Just trying to hit this overall. He's kind of dodging and weaving pretty well. Right there, you'll see me dodge that Mirio beta. And then go straight into my beta to catch him at his the apex of it. You can get this pretty consistently. If you're waiting for it, they won't have time to use their special action right at the top. So keep that in mind. Pretty good counter for Mirios. But if you are just a tad too slow, they can't get their special action off and dodge it, so be wary. Right now I'm just trying to help my Dabi. I see he gets a down in here, but I also see there's a Momo in here. So it's very dangerous in here. But you do thrive in here. Huge beta there. Didn't see that Dabi was down, unfortunate. Get the double down with the pull though. Barely clipped Dabi. Get him there. He gets raised if you hear it by the Ibarra. Right here I'm just struggling to fucking pick up the bag. Get the levels. Get my beta maxed out. Definitely what you want to do on AFO here. Get a pull. Get the Dabi. I didn't get the fully charged alpha there, unfortunate. You know, even I still mess up the timing sometimes, alright. I was under the impression that this was a red Dobby, but this is actually a tech Dobby, so I didn't have to play as safe as I was playing. Not letting that twice clone the Dobby, terrible idea. I already knew he used a special action, so I'm not really worried about him. But again, I thought this was a red Dobby, so I went for the core steal. I know the twice is weak he wants to run, I'm not going to let him. Twice Gamma is a very predictable pattern, you can get alphas off on that. Down to twice, and yeah, I really want to swap that cork out, so I go for it here. This was a mistake. Shouldn't have dropped these blues here. Should have just held on to them or dropped them off in the storm. You'll see why right now. Proppy just comes in and gets free levels off of that. My beta misses. Luckily, hers does too. Her second one. So, get a combo there. If you were paying attention, you would have seen a little AFO tech that you can do. Run it back real quick. Melee, melee, melee into alpha. So the way AFO's melee works is that the third hit has like a 0 recovery. So you can do anything you want after that third hit and it'll most likely connect. So you can beta if you want, but it's not optimal. You can push as well, but it's not optimal. So best thing you can do is just throw an alpha after that third hit. It's guaranteed with shield or with HP. The same thing also applies to quirks. So, you know, you can get real technical with it. For example, you go melee, melee, melee into overhaul Gamma. That's guaranteed. But, yeah, that would deserve a whole entire video on its own. But let's keep going. Okay, another thing I did there. Those easy, you know, easy to roll Gammas that I do on their wake up, you know, they're designed, or, you know, the intent is to catch them on their wake up, but that's not always going to happen. That works like 20% of the time. It's more just to, like, zone them. For instance, let me go back a bit. Like, I'm thinking she's going to roll this. So I'm keeping track of where she is, right? I'm keeping my crosshair near her so I can just beta immediately and catch them out of their roll, right? They're not going to be able to do anything quick enough to get away after their roll to dodge the Gamma. Into the beta, into the alpha. Right, she's weak, no she's weak. I unfortunately missed my beta, hit a shot, but she pluses. That was a good plus because she definitely would have died there. She hits me here, and then I think I give up chase because there's just no point trying to chase a Pulse Ultra Frog around the map. I want to regroup my teammates here. This Mirio just starts edge walking or farming. Then my teammate gets fucking rolled. Shout out Tenrip. Froppy comes back for round 2. She misses her beta again. Yeah, a little setup for my teammates. Gamma doesn't connect, unfortunate. It happens. Checking my twice levels, really good levels, honestly. Level 4 Gamma is really all you need. I hear her, but I don't really want to chase this. It's just wasting time. But I go up anyway. I see her sitting here. This is actually not the same frog, I don't think. But I caught her slipping. I know she's weak now. Unfortunately, the Mirio comes and ruins everything. I tried to get the alpha shots in while I could. Wasn't fast enough, unfortunately. This is not the best spot to be in, honestly, which is why I don't want to be here. Kurogiri hits me with a little combo. I'm thinking about Pleasant here. I just go for the pull to get some pressure off my Dobby. Couldn't really confirm anything out of it though. Had the plus there. I don't know why the Deku came for me, but it is what it is. I also didn't expect to grab him there, which is why that was a little bit delayed. I thought he would roll that, but he just didn't. Now, again, Froppy's on me for the 3rd time. However, she messes up, gets caught by the Gamma, and you're as good as dead whenever that happens. Decided to take her quirk. You know, it's a risk considering that Twice had a level 9 Gamma, level 5 Alpha. But, you know, that's just, you're going to have to take risks sometimes on AFO. You can always get something better, but at the same time, you can always get something worse. I figured since the Froppy was on me so hard, she had decent levels because she had, you know, enough confidence to try to come fight me. This is why, the reason I did that. Just try to get a pull, see if my teammates were fighting anybody up there. Don't think they were. I really don't like being in this area as AFO, but came over here, stay with my team. Got the sisterly proc, which is all that I really was going for here because there's so many people. Shiggy unfortunately cooked my combo, but you know, it happens. Frog had decent levels. This frog quirk will come in so handy later on. Kind of just hanging around here, trying to keep this high control. My teammates clean up. See her healing right here. She's not slick. Now, she jumped there for some reason, but my Gamma still didn't catch her. And, you know how this game is sometimes, but got another frog dead. Now, my Shiki goes down, unfortunately. I try to go save him, but these frogs in this lobby are relentless, man. She's not having it. And then my Dobby goes down too. Unfortunate. We weren't really playing that grouped up, but you know, it is what it is. Taking advantage of the Froppy invis to get these heals off. You'd be surprised how good it is on AFO since he's so big. Most people aren't expecting, you know, for him to be invisible. They're just looking for the 6 foot tall, you know, leader of destruction, you know, not a camouflaged AFO. Coming to these stairways, get a pull. These stairways are pretty good to go for pulls. Now, if you were listening, you would have heard that Nijiri, you know, do her little scream like she got pulled. And it's because she did. But as AFO, if you pull people, but you're like point blank to a wall in a certain angle, they will just either A, not get pulled at all, even though they should have been, or they would just get pulled somewhere random. Like right now, they got pulled to like the pillar on the first floor instead of right in front of me, which is unfortunate. So keep in mind when doing pulls, don't just, you know, like face hug a wall because they might just not get pulled to you even though they should have. Which is also why I baited. You kind of want to hit confirm your betas, but, you know, I heard the audio and just assumed. I see the loot in that corner, then I spot a res card. So, I really want this loot. Get the Nidre off of it. She might die to Storm. Muriel caught me while I was in my inventory. That was a good bait on his part. Now, there's 2 Muriels tag teaming me. I had to plus again. This is my second plus, by the way. Shout out to Red Bakugo tuning. Now, I really wanted those cards, but the Muriels are just like tag teaming me to keep me off of it. So, I can't do anything. I back off, let them have it, it's fine. Once again, taking advantage of that invis, get my heals off. I go back in and see, you know, if a chance they left it. And they did. It was left there. I didn't really see it at the time, but luckily, the Muriels didn't get it. So, now I have a means to help my team. If you just seen there, I got it down. I'm honestly not sure how. There's no other AFO in this lobby. I think it's because I have this Froppy's quirk that it does count for the other Froppy. So that's how I got that down. So, yeah, you know, don't really deserve that kill, but, you know, Ultra Rumble is Ultra Rumble. Was going to go for the res. Do some shots to that Mirio to stop his res. Got my teammates up. I wanted to stop this res so bad. Didn't get there in time though. They got it off. However, dodged the beta. Yeah, huge beta of my own on the teammates. My teammates combo the Mirio. So now this team is just kind of cooked in the small area with us. You end up with this circle a lot where half of this building is within the zone. So on this second floor right here in this little corner, is a very good spot for you. I love going here. You get free pulls in here because of people going up and down by the bridge, by the jump pad, and by the building. It's also very hard for them to escape you, and a lot of the times they're going to be cut off by storm, so keep that in mind. Quick combo, knocks the overhaul out. Throw some shots at him to make sure he dies in storm. Once again, great spot for a pull. Caught a Nejire. There's another overhaul there. I hear the frogs rezzing or something down here, so pull. Got another down. I'm trying to hit this Nejire out of the air. No dice on it though. Didn't expect the mirror to go for me there, honestly. I seen the Nejire. I know she's low. I just go for her. Knock her out real quick. My Dabi dies again, unfortunately. It's all good. I got my plus for the third time. Little flick to the overhaul because I wanted to get the Mirio, but he had permeated, so. Once again, I'm just getting absolutely harassed by these Mirios, so I need to try to back out. Go for it. Another Mirio seen me, didn't want to risk that, so I run again. This is what I mean. Taking advantage of that invis. Getting these heals off. Do a little push. Clear the area for me. Now, I was dodging the first Mirio, but another Mirio was right next to me. Like, the tag team these Mirios are doing to me is insane. I didn't even see the other one. They literally collided on me. Baited one, baited the other. They're on me so hard that they both are gonna die. The other one's trying to run. He messed up his beta. He's gonna pop out in a bad spot. Yep, he plus because he knew he would have died. Now that was a good beta. Catches me. Luckily my Shiggy's there. Helped me out a bit. And again, running. Taking advantage of the invis from the Froggy Core. Get these heals off. I'm not sure what the overhaul was doing, honestly. But he's in no position to win this. Little combo to proxistically. I know he's gonna go for the Gamma, so build a wall run tech. Hop above the Gamma, completely dodge it, and then finish him off. That wraps up the game with 14 kills and almost 10k damage. 13 kills if you want to subtract that the bug kill I got, which is fine. But still almost 10k damage though. Some key takeaways from this review. Don't be afraid to adapt, right? There's a set guide and structure and way you want to play a character. But sometimes you're going to need to adapt and alter how you play and maybe do something that's not ideal. As you've seen me do in the beginning, right? It's not ideal to fight in the beginning as AFO because you just get bullied by the majority of the cast. But, as you saw, I hit my level spike before the overall hit his, and I got an early guard break on him. At that point, I really have the advantage in this fight, and it's going to be really hard for me to lose that fight. So that's why I took it. Second, pay attention to your teammates. As you've seen, there was multiple times where I full committed to my combos, when if I would have just not done that, just relaxed a bit, then my teammates could have took advantage of the stun I gave them and did even more damage than what I did to finish out my combos, especially at the earlier levels when your alpha isn't hitting as hard and your beta isn't hitting that hard. And thirdly, make sure you're using the utility of your quirks as well, your stolen quirks. While you can't use the special action like Toga can, busted character by the way, there still are some characters that have utility built into their base kit. Like, think Froppy Invis, think Mirio Shield, think Kendo Shield, you know? Stuff like that, where you can help your teammates out in a situation where your enemies might not expect it, right? Like, imagine your Dabi trying to get a self-res off, you know, the enemies are hitting him, and you just drop your Mirio Shield on him, right? He gets the free insta-res. You know, your enemies aren't going to be expecting that, and you're utilizing the utility of your stolen quirk. And as you've seen what I was doing, using the invis to get heals off. Ideally, I would have had team heals in that scenario. That way I could just fall back, pop quick team heals while invis, and get back into the fight. that's what Invis is really good for, but I didn't have them. And don't neglect the AFO tech. A lot of characters in this game have tech that are kind of useless or just not very practical. AFO's tech is very useful though, and it can be applied to a lot of situations. You know, pushing somebody against the wall to get a beta combo off or an alpha, or just doing a melee combo into a black whip into a yellow deku combo combo string from there. Lots of things you can do, so don't neglect that tech. But besides that, thank y'all for watching. If y'all want to see more small clips or gameplay, you can follow me on TikTok. Link is in the description. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.